Hey everyone, Jacobs here. Today we're going to discuss 10 huge MCU Phase 6 theories that could happen. Please subscribe before continuing to explore the world of cinema with us. Before Phase 7, some of the most well-liked Phase 6 MCU hypotheses have the potential to permanently change the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The expectation for how the Multiverse Saga will be wrapped up in Phase 6 of the MCU grows as the MCU's Phase 5 continues. Marvel's Phase 6, which was initially planned to include 3 films with release dates between 2025 and 2027, has already undergone significant changes since it was first revealed at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. Phase 6 will also include the release of 2 Avengers movies in addition to the first MCU Fantastic Four film. The Multiverse Saga will be wrapped up in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and Avengers: Secret Wars, much like how Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame brought the Infinity Saga to a close. Fantastic Four 2025 is currently the first movie in the MCU's Phase 6 slate, which will likely see the addition of other projects before it begins. Here are 10 massive MCU Phase 6 theories that can become true in the final part of the Multiverse Saga. The Fantastic Four already exist, but are trapped somewhere. Marvel's Phase 6 will have the difficult job of bringing the Fantastic Four into the MCU, where the Avengers and other heroes have been present for nearly 20 years. One of the largest unanswered questions in the Fantastic Four franchise is how they will make it into the MCU, especially given how little is known about Marvel's Fantastic Four film. Nevertheless, a well-liked and tenable idea holds that the Fantastic Four are already present in the MCU, but are imprisoned, possibly in the negative zone, somewhere. By doing so, the Fantastic Four's origin story would not have to be repeated, and it would also be clear why Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, The Thing, and Human Torch never assisted the Avengers. Spider-Man 4 will happen in Phase 6. Although Tom Holland's first MCU trilogy was completed with Spider-Man: No Way Home, Peter Parker's story in the MCU was far from over. In fact, No Way Home's ending felt like the beginning of a new saga for Spider-Man, who no longer has his friends or the Avengers by his side. Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4 has been reported to be in production at Sony, but nothing is known about the upcoming Spider-Man movie in the MCU. Peter Parker will probably make a comeback in Phase 6 before reuniting with the Avengers in the Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars, though, given how significant Spider-Man is to the MCU. The Kang Dynasty will be a Young Avengers movie. The MCU has been teasing a Young Avengers project since the beginning of Phase 4, which introduced multiple legacy characters and young superheroes. In contrast to the comics, a potential MCU Young Avengers project might include a distinctive character that includes Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, Ironheart, America Chavez, Wiccan, Speed, and Cassie Lang. Doctor Strange 3 will happen in Phase 6 before Secret Wars. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness set up several concepts that might come into play during the MCU's Phase 6, including but not limited to incursions and the Illuminati. Secret Wars can only succeed if Doctor Strange plays a crucial role in the Multiverse Saga of the MCU, which so far looks to be the case. The actor himself confirmed that Benedict Cumberbatch will reprise his role as Doctor Strange in a Marvel film next year. It's unclear which project Cumberbatch was talking about, although it wouldn't be shocking if Doctor Strange 3 happens in Phase 6, before Secret Wars. Miles Morales will be introduced in the MCU's Phase 6. Spider-Man, Miles Morales' live-action debut, whether in a Sony Spider-Man universe or the MCU, shouldn't be too far off. Considering that Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be a relatively older, more experienced hero whenever he returns, Spider-Man 4 is the perfect opportunity for the MCU's Miles Morales to be introduced. This theory is supported by Donald Glover's Prowler appearance in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, as Aaron Davis mentioned his nephew in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Another possibility is that Miles Morales enters the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Avengers: Secret Wars, much like the Ultimate Spider-Man did after the events of Secret Wars in Marvel Comics. Scarlet Witch will return in Secret Wars to fight Kang. Scarlet Witch sacrificed herself at the end of Doctor Strange to destroy every Darkhold in the multiverse. Wanda appears to be dead in Doctor Strange's ending, but it's hard to believe that the MCU would kill off such an important character off-screen. Although it is unknown when Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch will make a comeback, it is likely that Wanda will face Kang in either the Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars. After the events of WandaVision and Doctor Strange 2, Scarlet Witch is perhaps the most powerful MCU character. So in Phase 6, A redeemed Wanda might hold the key to saving the multiverse. The original Avengers will return in Secret Wars, including Tony Stark. The only MCU film that can rival Avengers Endgame in terms of anticipation and scope is Avengers Secret Wars. The standards for MCU crossover events were raised by Avengers Endgame, so for Secret Wars to match Endgame's enchantment, it will need to deliver something even bigger. The MCU's Secret Wars may have more characters than Infinity War and Endgame did because of the multiverse theory. This opens the door for the return of the original Avengers, as well as classic Marvel characters like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. A Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man comeback would be enormous for Secret Wars. Hugh Jackman and Fox's X-Men will be in Secret Wars. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine appears in Deadpool 3, which has fueled rumors that Wolverine may play a part in Avengers Secret Wars in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Jackman's Wolverine in the MCU means that Logan can finally interact with other superheroes beyond the X-Men, especially if he appears in the Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars. To compete with what Infinity War and Endgame accomplished, the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars may need the comeback of iconic Marvel characters from the 2000s. This was demonstrated by the fact that No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness both made more money than their predecessors. Wolverine, Deadpool, and other X-Men characters would all be major additions to Avengers 6. Maguire and Garfield will return as Spider-Man in Phase 6. In No Way Home, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield both returned their roles as Spider-Man, creating an instant classic Spider-Man movie that nearly made $2 billion at the box office. The popularity of No Way Home demonstrated that viewers are eager to see more of the original Spider-Man, particularly in the context of the MCU's multiverse. No Way Home did not close the door for Garfield and Maguire to return, and the best way to do it would be in Secret Wars. Given that the 3 live-action Spider-Men came across the multiverse, they ought to be involved in the Secret Wars events. Phase 6's Secret Wars will reboot the MCU. Secret Wars was the culmination of 10 years' worth of storylines, but it also assisted Marvel in expanding its universe following the Ultimate Experiment. Both a crossover event and a soft reboot technique, which has grown increasingly popular in comic books, were used in Secret Wars. Interestingly, Avengers Secret Wars could serve a similar purpose to the MCU. The MCU can rearrange its timeline and reboot the franchise in-universe by dealing with time travel and the multiverse. For example, Secret Wars could end with a new MCU prime timeline where the X-Men and the Fantastic Four have always existed, setting up a very different Marvel Phase 7. So which theories do you believe are most likely to come true? Let us know in the comment. If there's any topic that you want me to discuss, please comment below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also turn notification on. See you in the next video.